Hello and welcome to the Div 2 race of the Formula V Championship. Today we are once again in Albert Park. If you missed yesterday's race, really you should have been there, and if you want you can watch that back. But today we've got the F1 cars ready to go, and let's hope we can get as good of a race as we did have yesterday, as like I said, yesterday was a great race, and yeah, let's see how things are gonna go. So obviously, we're in Australia. We've got the rules of strict corner cutting, reduced damage, and safety car is on. We've got 4 car setups, so everyone can have whatever setup they want. Setups is completely free, but that strict corner cutting stringency is really going to be affecting people at that fast chicane. Otherwise, we could see people cutting the chicane if we had it on corner cutting regular. The first time Formula V has ever raced in Albert Park. Obviously this is the first season, and yeah, hopefully we can have a great one. So what happened there? But yeah, race is now starting up now, and if you want to get into this league, you will have to join the Discord link that is in the description of this video, and easily done. You can get in, ask a team principal to come, and well, yeah, there you go. Anyway, so we go to the game, and we are ready for a for full qualifying here. We've got 3 sets of qualifying ready for us. 18 minutes for the first one. First 10, first 5 get cut out. And yeah, we'll see it. And I don't know what the hell is going on with the screen there, but there you go. But yeah, first 5 will get knocked out of the session, and we carry on from there. Just waiting for the first people to go out onto track, and we can get underway and see where everyone is at. Obviously, this is my first time ever commentating the Formula 1 races. We found out who was doing well in F2, and we saw Fazek had a brilliant race to get up to second. Brilliant drive, which means he is actually going to be reserve driver for Alpine Renault. Great for him, great achievement, and well done for him. But here we go, our first drivers are now going out, which is cool to see, and we're going to see our first taste of people on their outlaps. The game will want to load. Here we go. Here's David on his first outlap. He will be have a McLaren in front of him of Lennon, who's got the whole track to himself, which is will be great for him. He'll get clean air, but the people behind him we'll be getting a nice slipstream from him down that long straight on the Australian Albert Park. But for the rest of the track, they will be picking up a bit of dirty air. So we'll see how people will play their cards. But I don't know. We'll see what they do, and we'll see if people will want to actually try and actually let people past and get that slipstream, or if people will be waiting for that. Clean air. Here we go for the fast chicane here, which people were actually messing up on and not doing too well, spinning off in FP2, F2, and we'll see if people can do it better. Obviously, F1 cars have got a much faster pace than the F2 cars, more downforce, which means they'll probably be able to go much faster. So anyway, we go on board with Lennon, and we'll see what you can do for his first lap. We've got yellow flag sector 3, assuming that's probably people going slow, but it may be people going off. We'll get their tyres, and we'll also get their telemetry and lap data on the track map to see what they are doing. So coming into here, we've got sector 1 time. We'll see how they do. Yesterday we were getting 30 seconds, low 30 seconds for sector 1. We'll see if people can better that here. Obviously they will. 26.9. I'm not sure if that's good or not too. Yeah, but he's had his lap time cancelled, then he has to slow down. Go on with D-Block here, who's doing an outlap. Trying to find who was behind him. David was behind him, and he'll see the McLaren up in the distance. D-Block will not, David, will not have his lap time invalidated. He can pass Lennon, who unfortunately and luckily had his lap time deleted. We'll see him come down the fast chicane now. First time we'll get to see people going as fast as they can going through here. Taking it quite cleanly, but maybe a little bit cautiously at the same time. Down to 4th for this corner. Probably have to stick in 5th for this one, how I do, but he sticks in 6th actually. Rounding off the final corner. As he is the first person to set his lap, he will get the fastest. And it's a 1:21.9. Can anyone better that? We've got a Red Bull behind him. Will he do any better? He does. JDM goes 8/10 faster than the Alfa Romeo. In that Red Bull, Jacobo goes 2nd fastest. There's another Williams behind him. I don't know if he will get anything done. X-Rain says he's done a lap. Maybe he had his lap time disqualified. But JDM setting the pace, and he's on a 1:21.1. Jacobo 2nd in a 1:21.3, and Alex 3rd, and David right behind him. Oh! X-Rain spun there. I don't think he set his time as well, which means he's going to have to return to the pits with a broken wing. And oh, Dark Inferno setting a 1:26, beating the rest and going 1st place. But this is Q1, remember, so people don't really need to push as hard as they can. People will just be trying to get their taste of how this is. Border Bold going quite slowly, in fact, compared to leaders. 2.7 seconds, or 2.2 seconds faster now that Archie's gone fastest. Border nearly hitting that, I don't even know what car it was, but nearly hitting him. E-Block going for medium tyres on this first run. I don't know if that's just whether to test out whether the cars are good or what, but that's quite strange for him to do that. Live. E-Block's at medium tyres, which is quite strange actually. I didn't really think that was a viable tyre. X-Rain having to come in after damaging his front wing, which is quite a shame actually. Got Alex setting slower times. I don't think anyone is actually on a fast lap right now, but I think Dark Inferno actually is. You see him coming round in the final corner. Yes, Dark Inferno is definitely on a lap. He's only... Oh, he spins out the final corner. And unfortunately that means that his lap will be deleted. And as he stays there for a little bit, got an AlphaTauri going past. And the AlphaTauri is actually going into the pits. AlphaTauri, AKL, having to be a little bit held up there. Dark Inferno, really unlucky, getting the traction all wrong out of that final corner, and having to go for a second lap. I don't know. I probably have to go to the pits due to breaking his wing there. That's a big shame for him, and quite unfortunate actually. Whilst it's all going on, we are going to actually check the drivers' standings of see how everyone is doing. So far, we've got Ando in 1st place, Jacobo 3rd, and Archie Jacobo 2nd, Archie's 3rd. So you can take your look at this grid here and see what will happen for this race. How important it is when the constructors, we've got Mercedes, Williams, Haas, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Red Bull, McLaren, AlphaTauri, Racing Point, and Renault rounding off the bottom of the grid. So yeah, interesting scenes in the table. We've got yellow flags going on over here. I don't know if that is for Dark Inferno, going a little bit slowly, but yeah, that's what's going on with him. We got JDM on an outlap doing soft tyres. Quite strange that D-Block decided to do 2 laps with the medium tyres. I'm not sure how the qualifying will work with 16 drivers instead of 20 with this knockout system, so we'll see how that goes. But we'll ride on board with JDM and watch his lap and see how he does. Making at the 50-meter board at T1 coming out and doing quite well with the traction there, not losing anything too much. Brake as late as you can into this corner, quite a tight corner as you have to go lift off of this. Easily done in the F1 cars, flat out through this corner and coming down here, like nice little right-hander, brake as late as you can, come round, ooh, a little bit wobble on the end, a little bit slippy, but able to keep it straight. This corner's a little bit slow down the flow of the track, but in F1 2021 we'll see a big difference at that point of the track. As we come onto the faster chicane, as yesterday everyone was getting it all types of wrong, as he takes it, 6th gear, flat out of the second part of that chicane. Brilliant from JDM, really got a lot of confidence in this car. So here you find a few people going 5th gear around here. Trying to go as close to the curb as you can, brake at the 50, try to hit the apex, come out here, nicely lift off the corner, the final corner, and then come around at the straight and see what time he will set. He will go 3.5 tenths faster, but it's not good enough to get into second or first. Still quite a good lap from him though. Got Jacobo in the pits now. Quite a few people on the pits actually. He's on board with Border Bold here. See what he can do in that AlphaTauri. Taking this fast chicane now. This chicane's quite a problem because normally in the F1 game you can take this quite quick, and I think that could be a cancel. No, it wasn't. Oh, from my view, it looked like he cut the chicane now. I was going to say, with strict rules, it's quite hard to get this track right with that fast chicane. People going off the lines and getting that lap invalidated. Quite strict rules on F1 2020. It's quite weird. I don't know why they're so strict, but that's how it is. And Border Bold going quite slowly out that final corner, quite strange. I don't think he'll be able to do too much. He'll go slower by 2.5 seconds. I don't know if that was like a banker lap or that was quite strange, to be honest. I don't know what that was, but we go on board with Alex Assassin here, back at this fast chicane. That Renault does look quite nice. That livery is quite slick, but he gets... Ooh, that was weird. I don't know what the hell happened there. And the game's going all glitchy. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. But, you know, let's just skip past him. Here's Dark Inferno. For a little bit over, but managing to keep it. Corner's quite tight, and you can see there the Racing Point locking up there, which is quite strange. And he spins out the last corner. Dark Inferno spinning out. What a shame. I think he spun out twice that corner, unless it was Callum. I think that was Dark Inferno. As we see a couple drivers going past here, his Racing Point teammate Callum YT. We ride on board with him, going to take his lap now. 1.5 seconds quicker. Not being able to do too much though. I don't know if the game glitched out there or he actually did go quicker because he's setting another lap here. So I'm not sure about that. It's quite strange, but see, coming out here, a little bit of a tank slapper on that previous corner, but keeping it well established and well stuck to the track. Goes 2/10 quicker in that first sector. Oh, a bit too far over there for Callum and having his lap invalidated. Quite a shame. He had quite a good lap going on there. Owen Grover going faster there, going up into 10th place, pushing Callum down. Bufferino Phil sitting in the pits. Alex Assassin now going for another lap. Don't think he is though. That's actually his out lap. My bad. Dark Inferno, is he going to set another lap? I don't think he is. He looks like he's going slow. This is going to be his third lap with these tyres, and he's locked up. He's locked up again. I won't be surprised if he comes it. No, he doesn't. He is absolutely burning those tyres out, but doesn't spin out of this corner now and can fully set a nice proper lap here. So we'll see what he can do. Hopefully he can get much faster because he really could be pushing that pole position, and could be challenging the win because this track isn't too good for overtaking. So there's overtaking spots, but pole position or the front row normally wins here. So we'll see what Dark Inferno can do. Locking up again, really trying to push this car as hard as he can in qualifying, and 3 laps on soft tyres. It's not great to see from him. Taking the corner as fast as he can. Brilliant to see these drivers pushing that corner when their track limits is quite strict. Once again locking up, a little bit over, touching the grass a bit, but not losing too much time. Shouldn't. Locking up once again into that corner. Dark really needs to figure out how that corner works. He's going to come down the straight now, cross the line. Will he improve? No, he won't. Goes 4.2 seconds. No, 4 seconds lower. Also, I keep saying seconds. 4 tenths. My bad. 4 tenths quicker. Lower. Oh, I've had a long day. Whackney now at the back, still are using the same soft tyres. 4 laps on those soft tyres, really pushing those soft tyres as much as he can, and I don't even think it's really a good idea, but he got his teammate here on brand spanking new soft tyres. See what he can do. He actually goes 5 tenths quicker on his lap. I don't know why he keeps saying that, he shouldn't. Alex Assassin going into first gear there, which is quite strange to go in that corner. Oh, there's been a 5-second grid penalty, 5 place grid penalty. Bufferino Phil has clashed with someone. I'm not sure who he clashed with. I'll go look for you. Collided with his teammate. He collided with his teammate, which has caused Bufferino Phil to have a 5 place grid penalty. That's quite considerate. So wherever he starts, he'll have to lose 5 places. But we are coming towards the end of the session now, as I think the first 5 will get knocked out. Shame for David. I don't know if David's lost any wing damage or anything like that. Yes, he has got wing damage, and I don't know what's happened there. We can't get a replay, so I don't know. Quite strange. Quite strange. I think they're both going to have to come into the pits. They've both lost, had wing damage, which means they're both going to come into the pits here. And Bufferino is going to be a little bit held up, and they're both not going to be able to set any laps as Bufferino goes into the grass after, you know, getting a little bit of understeer. We've got Alex Assassin setting slower times. He's probably not doing I mean, he is going one and a half seconds quicker. I don't know if he's on a full, like, F1 multiplayer is really glitchy, so I don't know whether he's actually setting a full time or not. think it does look like he's setting a full on time. He's going as fast as he can. He's only 5th place, and let's be honest, he doesn't really need to set a full on time here. He's basically, he is through, so I don't know why he's setting a time. Maybe just to show his guns here, but taking the final 2 corners here. He comes across the line, clipped the glass a little bit, but 4.5 seconds slower. It wasn't that great of a lap, to be honest, but there you go. That is pretty much the end of qualifying. We've got D-Block still on a lap here. Let's see if he can do anything to lift himself out of those bottom 5. No, he doesn't. He comes back in. He's actually got wing damage. I've just noticed that Lennon is no longer in this race. I'm not sure what actually happened to him. But D-Block coming in. Sticking to the right side for some reason. And that is it for Q1. Once he's put into the pits, that will be done. There you go. That's the top 5, only separated by about a second. But the top 2, about 2/10. So obviously this is Q1, so it won't mean too much at all. And only the bottom goes out. So there you go. Lennon will be out this session, and these are all the people that will stay. So I guess I was wrong. D-Block didn't actually need to set a time, and all these guys are fine. So they will go through to the next session into Q2. But then I think after that, these 5 will get knocked out, and then we'll have a top 10 shootout. It's always quite exciting to watch. Here we go, on to Q2 now, a 15-minute session, and more people will get knocked out. 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th, and 11th will be knocked out of this session, and then we'll have a nice top 10 shootout. So we're just going to wait for those people that want to get out on track. Already got one person wanting to go out. Couple of people. Alpha Toy wanted to go out quite early here. And a Mercedes behind him. I'm not sure who that is yet, but there is a Mercedes behind him that wants to go out. Here we go. First man out on track. There's a couple of people out on track actually. And yeah, here we go then. Weaving around. Look at these guys. A couple of people now coming out. So we've got Ando out, David's out, Borders out, AKL's out, X-Rain is out, and JDM. And I'm not allowed to change. There we go. If JDM will actually want to take over, he will take Ando. I think Ando let him pass a little bit there. We've got a few people trying to go for that one-stop strategy. We've got X-Rain on mediums, JDM's on mediums, we've got Ando on mediums, Dark Inferno's on mediums, and Borders on mediums now. So they'll want to set as quick times as they can. This is probably the only time that they're going to set because there's no need for them to go onto anything more, because they don't want to. There's no point in setting medium tires and then doing softs unless they go slow. So we'll see whether they'll be able to get this right and get that one-stop strategy. And flag sector 3, I'm assuming that's just for people letting people by. But here we are, Border Bold setting his first lap. Looking quite good so far. He wants to be around mid-20s in his sector times. But those medium tires, he might be a bit slower. 27.5, quite slow. But so far, obviously, he's going to be setting the fastest first sector time. Anyway, carrying on board with Border, see what he can do with these medium tyres. Quite interesting to see that quite a considerable amount of people are doing medium tyres. A little bit over there, lucky not to lose his lap time. He's actually got another AlphaTauri, his teammate, right behind him. Here we go. Border Bold coming across the line. Is he going to get anything? A nice lap. He's a 124. 124, that's disappointing. His teammate goes much faster than him. David goes faster. JDM Group is nearly up with AK out, and he's on medium tyres. JDM will look sorted in this race then if he can keep that. Wackney goes third. Alex Assassin sets a new fastest time. Nice times from these guys, but obviously there's going to be a little bit of a mix-up in Q2. Alfredo Phil goes P3. Quite a nice lap from him. JDM starting to drop down the order a little bit. Really, he wants to get around 8 tenths to, or 5 tenths really, to keep in contention. You don't want to get outside the top 10, otherwise you will be knocked out of this session. Ando's not set his time yet. Dark Inferno's not set a time yet. Archie set a time and beat everyone else with those soft tires. He's setting basically an identical lap to the Q1 provisional pole. Nice from Owen. He's doing quite well on these medium tires. Will he be able to get anything out of them? Probably will hope to do better than JDM, because JDM's getting quite close to that bottom 10 margin. And Border Bold, he's right on 10th here. We could see X-Rain, we could see Owen beat him, could see Ando beat him. Crosses the line. Owen's gonna go P8, which means Border Bold with those medium tires is gonna go 11th place. That is not good for Border, which means he's probably gonna have to set a time on those softs. Go on board with Alex Assassin here. The top 6 are all on those soft tires and separated by literally 0.02 of a second. Okay, never mind, that's my bad. The top 6 is separated 1 second. But the top 2 separated by nearly a tenth. Owen Grover has unfortunately got an invalidated lap time. I don't think he's setting another one though, because he's already set a time. And you don't really want to get too much out of these medium tyres, otherwise you can screw him over. JDM on the same road as his teammate. Them two doing quite well, but Border's going to have to set a time on medium tyres. He's getting 3 laps on this tyre, and there's no point really in putting this much use into your tyres, otherwise you might as well just use your softs. They're both going to have the same effect. D-Block is 13th though. He's really not doing well. Soft tyres, and he's quite a long way off the other guys. It's quite a shame actually. 3.8 seconds he's off. Ando, not set his time yet, but I think this is his first lap out there. On a 26.9, it's not that great for first sector time. He may be able to make it up in the later rounds. Dark Inferno, remember, hasn't actually set a time on these medium tyres yet. So we could see a little bit of something come out of him. We've got Alex Assassin, E5, but I think he set time on soft, so now he's going to try on mediums. I think he's looking at trying them. I don't think that's going to work though. X-Ray lets a car pass. We've got Ando now, seeing what he can do on these soft tyres. Sorry about the glitching, everyone. I can't do anything about that. He crosses the line. Goes P3. Mercedes 1-3 currently. But Archie really dominating this qualifying session here. As he's 7/10 in front of Ando. That's actually kind of 6/10 actually. Which is quite insane. That's a considerable margin to beat his teammate by. Jacobo, the only person who's really matching Archie Goodlife. He's on board with Alex here, just doing his outlap. JDM, the only person on track right now, as he's setting faster times, but not really much to be honest. He tries to go to the inside, get the fastest way across the line. Will he improve? He'll improve nearly in 10th, but it's just not good enough. And if I was him, I wouldn't do any more laps on these medium tyres, otherwise he's going to wear them out. JDM now, Red Bull now 8th and 9th, with Wackney right on them with those soft tyres. He's going to go set a new time on some rubbered in softs, but still some life in them. Wackney going 1.5 tenths quicker in his first sector. That's quite good. And it's only it really needs to go about 3 tenths quicker to get past that first Red Bull. Then you've got that. Then you've got to get 4 tenths to get past the one in front of him. Got 2 Red Bulls in his way, but it looks like Owen wants to go set times on soft tyres and just. I think a lot of people have been in the idea of medium tyres and just going for those soft tyres. As we've got Wackney here. Seeing what he can do, passing the Alfa Romeo, good sportsmanship to let him pass. He's had his time invalidated as he goes off. That's quite a shame for Wackney. He was really improving there and could definitely have overtaken Owen Grover, but quite a shame there for him, and Owen will be breathing a sigh of relief there. Alex Assassin setting a time, but going a second slower. He's already had his time invalidated, so there's no point in him doing anything. We're on board with David now, who's currently setting a time on new soft tyres. Looks like he's doing quite well, being quite fast. But yeah, he's playing a loser on you. Is he actually going fast? And can he break that top 10? He's on new soft tyres here. He could really be doing some damage here if he can get into that top 10 shootout. Get some points for Alfa Romeo on the board. A little bit slow into that fast chicane. That fast chicane does take up a lot of time in your lap. This track is the track of who goes fastest in the fast chicane, to be honest. As he comes on the final corner, it looked like he had a wobble there, but he kept it quite clean. He crosses the line. Does he improve? He goes 5th place. That's an amazing lap from David, as he actually goes within 0.04 of a second quicker than his teammate Bufferino Phil. That means Bufferino and David both Alfa Romeos on the same grid here, the third row of the grid, and just the racing points splitting them up, as they could be quite closer. And David could be breaking into the second row of the grid if he can get more in and has that more of that pace with him. Comes to the final 2 minutes of this session now. We've got Border setting a 4th. Well, I think it's the 5th lap on those tyres. There's no point, to be honest. Just give it up, Border. D-Block has left the session. I don't know why he's done that. JDM running off the final corner. Going to set his new time now on these brand spanking new tyres. Owen Grover on those new soft tyres now, probably going to want to set a better time, as he's down on 11th now. Dark Inferno breaking that, as he's on medium tyres, but Dark Inferno's probably going to have to set times on some new softs here, because that Red Bull is going to be wanting to chase him down, especially Wackney's going to want to chase him down, as he unfortunately lost it a little bit towards the end of his lap, and he'll probably want to improve. Taking the fast chicane now, it's gone a second quicker in that second sector. Brilliant time from him, and if he can carry that on, he'll be looking at a P3 here. Going into that that second row of the grid could be brilliant here, could even get pole. Comes around the final 2 corners, hopefully he doesn't screw it up. That he does look planted in that car. Final corner. He's going to cross the line. What's he going to get? He gets pole position. He goes 0.4 quicker than Archie Goodlife and completely obliterates the timing board. What a lap from JDM. Brilliant from him. Doesn't even need to set a new lap time. And that will be it for Q2. Brilliant lap from JDM. If he can carry that into Q3, he could be looking at a real pole position here. Owen Glover, though, we're going to go down to him and see what he's doing, as he's going to be wanting to match his JDM teammate. Come on the final 2 corners now. He is looking good. He does also look planted. Owen and JDM are looking very good in these cars here. He comes around down the straight. Is he going to get as good as his teammate? No, he does not. So he does get onto that second row of the grid, and maybe a second off his teammate, but they're both going to make it to Q2. Unfortunately, we've lost Dark Inferno here, Wackney, X-Rain, Border Bold, and D-Block have all unfortunately lost their times, but Border Bold wants to set a new time. No, he's not. Well, that is it then. Losing that bottom 5, unfortunately. Only 1 racing point will make it into the team. The CEO or team principal will not be too pleased with that, but it could be a blessing in disguise for Dark Inferno, as he really could be getting those that I can't even speak. He will be getting a blessing in disguise there, because going on medium tires as he starts outside the top 10, he could be doing a 1-stop and really jump up the grid. But someone who's going to be really pleased with this Q2 session is Alex Assassin. Alex Assassin on those medium tyres, making it to the top 10. Brilliant from the Renault, the only Renault to make it into the top 10. And that means that he will be able to start... Wait, what? Okay, the game's glitched out then. Never mind, he's on soft tyres. But the bottom 5, just unfortunate not to get through for Dark Inferno. He was setting a good time, but spun out, which meant he couldn't get through to the top 10. And then the bottom 4 here is separated by quite a large margin. Quite strange to see from a league race, but it's cool to see everybody getting through on softs, which means we'll have a fun race because we're going to be doing 2 stops with that. Unless they manage to find a way to preserve and get a 1 stop on, we'll probably be seeing a 2 stop. Great lap from JDM though, going 4/10 quicker, a second quicker than his teammate. Absolutely amazing from him. Here we are then in Q3. Let's see what people are going to do. We look like it's Mercedes is already getting ready to go out. And their AMG already ready to leave the garage. On board with him. Got some Alfa Romeos in front as well. Oh, Williams in front of him actually. Jacobo. Jacobo right in front of him, and we'll see what they can do. All going out on soft tyres, some fresh new soft tyres. A couple of people obviously may not only have 1 set of soft tyres, so a few people like who are not going to go out for the session are probably going to be staying into the pits right until the end of the session, unless everyone has managed to keep 1 tyre free, 2 tyres free, and be able to set 2 times. But maybe a few people will only have that 1 tyre left, and they'll probably want to set that at the end of the session, get that fastest time. Track Evolution will be at its best, and we'll see what we can do here. But Jacobo on his out lap here. Let's see what he can do. He's a very good race driver. So we'll see whether he can get into that top 2. Maybe even get pole, so we can see that. But JDM, he's a person to look out for. Getting pole, because he is he had a very good lap in Q2. Coming across the line now to set his first time. Jacobo may be a little bit unlucky here. No, never mind. He gets out the way. There was an AlphaTauri there, maybe holding him up, but no, he doesn't. AKL hasn't gone. No, they have gone out. So to be fair, I said they wouldn't, but every driver has got 2 tyres spare. They can set 2 lap times in this session. Yellow flag sector 3. I don't know whether that's people letting people pass. I never even know with this anymore. The yellow flags in this game is a bit stupid. He comes on the final corner now. He crossed the line. Let's see what lap time he's gonna do. Want to set that in the low 21s here. Maybe probably mid 20s. No, he doesn't. He's got a 120.3. That's a great lap from Jacobo. Not as fast as JDM's lap, but we could see JDM going faster, or maybe not as good, get 2nd place. And hopefully for this race, we could see a battle between them 2. JDM 2/10, well, a 10th off of Jacobo, as Jacobo technically had a 124. So JDM and Jacobo really close to each other, and we could be seeing a good battle. Like I said, we could be seeing a good battle in the race here. Aaron's already set his time. 5/10 off his teammate, but he's right behind him, so probably going to help him on the start up here. He's going to have slipstream Aaron from Jacobo, so could be the Red Bulls all over the Williams here, and we'll see how that goes. 2 tenths behind him is David, and we've got Archie behind him, and then 1:23.4. Not anybody else has set their times yet. It is Alex the Assassin coming round the corner. Will he set a good time or not? It's pretty good. It's P4. He's on second row of the grid. In front of him, Owen Grover. Got AKL now on his lap time. Final 2 corners now. Let's see what lap time he can do. If he can do any better. Comes across the line at 1:21.6, gets him up into 6th place. But Bufferino and Callum Whitey haven't set their times yet. As I don't know who that is. I think it's Ando comes out in front of him. Yellow flag sector 1. Red Bull being held up by his teammate coming into the pits here. A couple of people in the pits. You probably won't see too much action for the rest of the session until the end of the session. Got Alex Assassin wants to set a time now. Yeah, he comes in. AKL, is he going to do it? No, he's not. Alan's not going to do anything. Everyone looks like to be pitting now, but we've got someone out here. I don't know who that is. Got Bufferino now. He's on his out lap. So we got a couple of people wanting to set times. Bufferino wants to set an early lap time, it looks like, before everyone else goes out. Could be a good idea. Got Callum wanting to set an out lap as well. And Ando. I want to see Bufferino though, see what he can do. Got Ando at the back, see what he can do as well. Jacopo still got that fastest time. JDM wants to set another time as well. So, normally we see people setting this final time at 3 minutes, but everyone's going to do it at 5 minutes now. What at least JDM, Bufferino and Callum and Ando are going to do. What happened there? My game glitched out then. There's Bufferino. We're on the final corner. And he's going to start his lap. On at a 26.7, that's not too bad for a first sector time. And the faster Kane, very fast. This is. I want to see JDM actually as well, see what he can do. Go down to Bufferino. This is his first lap time, coming around the final few corners. After that, we'll go back to Grover. JDM, sorry, not Grover. Rounded off the final corner. Where is he going to place himself? His first lap of the session. He is going to be in P3 at 20.9. That's not too bad from Bufferino Phil. Good lap, good lap. Here we go. JDM setting faster lap times. Important to get that pole position now. This will be his final lap of the session. So whatever he sets now is probably what's going to be keeping him in contention for pole position. Coming around the final 2 corners. A tight left corner. Then to a right-hander. He comes on the final corner. Coming down the straight now. Is he going to get a good lap in? Will he overtake Jacobo? He does take him by 0.3 of a second. That is brilliant for JDM. Another crazy lap from him, and see if he can get that P1. Jacobo, I think he's going to set another lap time. Yes, he is. He's coming out the pits now. He's on his out lap. Bufferino Phil, he's not going to be setting another time. I want to see if JDM will set another time though. No, he's not. He's finished. We've got Callum on an out lap. Ando's coming into the pits. Bufferino's done. Archie going 3 seconds quicker. I don't think that was right, because if he's going 3 seconds quicker, that may be one of the best things I've ever seen. We'll keep an eye on him for later. No, he's not. He's going slower. That was a bit weird. I don't know why it's done that. Jacobo on his out lap though. We'll watch Archie's lap, see what he gets. And then we'll go on board with Jacobo and see how he does. Because I really want to see how Jacobo does and responds to JDM going pole position. Fast as you can, round that fast chicane. AMG Ando's retired from the session. Ooh, that's insane. He can't set another lap time then. But Archie, we're going to see what he can do. And then when you see what we can do, if he can overtake Jacobo, he's not. He's going into the pit. So we go on board with Archie and we'll just leave you to hear his lap time now. Okay then, rounding off the final 2 corners. This is going to be exciting. Let's see what they can go. Owen is out of the session. He can't improve his lap time. Ando, bit scrappy. There, Jacobo, he's going to come across the line. And it's a 1:23. He improves, but he doesn't make it. It's not enough. JDM will be on pole as Callum is setting his lap time now. If he is a little bit of a dark horse, he could do something. David's not setting a time. I don't know if Callum's setting a time. Owen and Ando out of the session. So Callum's setting his first lap time of the session. We don't know. He could be a dark horse here and just come out nowhere, set a much faster time than JDM. But I don't think he will, because JDM is so... he's closer to the 119s, which is insane around Australia. And he goes over. He's got an invalidated lap time, which is so unfortunate for him, as that was his only chance to set a time. And that's the shame about F1 here. It's just quite cruel, and that's a shame for him. He only gets 10th place. And there you go, David right at the end there, and he will not be making it into the top 5, unfortunately. But Ando and Owen crashing out of the session and getting P5-6. Quite lucky for them. But JDM, an immense lap from him. Jacobo, quite unfortunate from him to not get pole position. There you go. That is Q qualifying done. There you go. Pole position, JDM in that Red Bull. Brilliant lap from him. 0.3 faster than Jacobo. Jacobo tried responding. Unfortunately couldn't do it so. Archie down in 3rd. 0.3 off him as well. He's quite close to 2nd. We could see something from him. Alfa Romeo, Bufferino Phil. 4th place. Then we got Owen Grover coming up this DNFing, but managed to still get 5th place as he's still set lap time at the start. Ando AMG 6th place after crashing out, as well as Owen, but still managed to set a lap time. 7th place goes to Alex Assassin. Then David gets 8th, AKL gets 9th, and then Callum YT down in 10th. JDM has readied up here, and I don't think he's actually allowed to, and Lennon has too. This was discussed before the race, but maybe there's been a change here. I don't think that was actually allowed. I'm not sure if 45 seconds had passed. So I don't know if people are going to get penalties for this, but I'm not the rule maker, so we'll see what the FIA and everyone else after that says about it. So here we go, formation lap is going. JDM leads the way from Jacobo. We could be seeing a great turn 1 here. Seeing if Jacobo will try and overtake JDM into T1, or he could play the long game. Quite a considerable crash if you watched yesterday's race. Massive crash into turn 1. People spinning out into each other. Just a little bit of a clumsy move, trying to get into the first place. But we'll see how this race goes. And hopefully we won't see people, but most people will be going for that soft tyres, which I didn't expect. The predicted stop strategy is a 1 stop with softs. I didn't expect that, and 2 stop with softs as well. So whatever I said doesn't really matter. You can get a 1 stop in here with the soft tyres, which I actually didn't expect, to be fair. So we're going to be seeing people pushing hard here if they're doing a 2 stop, or people going to be preserving and doing that boring 1 stop. So we'll see how everyone does. Just warming up the tyres and warming up those brakes now. Going through all the gear changes as well. Making sure the car is all ready for that start. And that start is so vital for this race. I can tell you that. Okay then, here we go. JDM lining up to the grid. Behind him, Jacobo, as he's lining up as well. And then everyone lining up before him. As I said, predicted stop strategy, or 1 stop. Probably be stopping around lap 8 to 11. Most people will be stopping at lap 8 though. That's around the time everyone was going to stop. And here we go. 5 red lights. And once again the lag kicking in. For some reason. And here we go. There we go. I don't care about this predicted stop strategy, but here we go. JDM still leading in, but I think Archie's going to go for the move around the outside. Archie trying for the move around the outside, but there's a Red Bull of Owen Grover going up the inside, and Owen Grover is up into P2, but Jack is a little bit under pressure from Archie Goodlife here as he goes round the outside into this corner as they touch a little bit, but I think Archie's going to go up into P3, and what a move from Owen as he slipped up from P5 up into P2, and he keeps behind his teammate Jacobo from P2 going down to P4, but Archie managing to keep that P3 by overtaking Jacobo, which is quite strange. But Owen Grover, what a move. I don't know how he got such a good start to get from P5 up until P2, and he's now got a Red Bull P1 and 2, which is going to be great for Red Bull, and they're going to be very thankful for that. Got AKL in P5, Wackney down in P6, Dark Inferno P7. Then we got Lennon in 8th, Ando in P9, Bufferino P10. Then they got X-Ray in 11th, and there's a little bit of pressuring going around for Callum as he wants to overtake Border Bold. X-Ray goes a little bit deep, which means he's going to lose out here. As X-Ray's going to try, Callum's going to try and move past Bufferino Phil, but he can't find a way past him. JDM setting the fastest time of this race, looking for a move past him. He's got a great chance here to overtake him. Overtake mode is enabled for him as he overtakes him and goes up into P2, claiming those final points, but X-Ray right behind him wants to overtake. Bufferino Phil goes a little bit deep, is not able to overtake him. Bufferino's in AI mode for some reason, which means X-Ray will probably be able to overtake him. Dives up the inside and gets it done. D-Block after leaving the session is back and he's able to race. I think he started last now, so fair enough for him to be into P3. We got yellow flags. And it's Archie. I think it's Ando spun round and there's a massive crash. Ando is down. There's penalties going to everyone. Border's been given a penalty. Callum's been given a penalty. D-Block's been given a penalty. And people all around spinning. Yet safety car is being given out, probably because of that crash there. I don't know what's happened. Border Bold has got damage to his wing. D-Block does not. And Callum does have damage, which is a shame for him as he overtook Bufferino. I'm not sure what happened there. Someone clearly spun. I think it was Ando who spun, and I don't know if he's lost his wing or anything like that, or if he's losing any downforce. Yes, he has broken his wing. That is a shame for him, and kind of sad to see as he's doing so well. Lennon quite far back there. It looks like he's actually pitted once again with Alex Assassin. Quite strange to see that, but JDM staying right at the front. This would be interesting to see these guys having to restart the race again, as here we go on board with JDM staying behind the safety car here. A lot of people having to pit now because of the problems that they had. People having to serve their time penalties. D-Block goes quite far up, but he still has to serve his 5-second time penalty. I'm not sure why he doesn't just pit. If he pits, he can get that 5-second penalty over and catch up with the safety car. Quite strange to see from him do. But Jacobo getting that wing replaced. I'm not sure if it was him that got his wing replaced, or he's going strategic and pitting after losing a couple of positions from the start, going on to hard tyres, and maybe trying something new here with this safety car. He could really be challenging or win here if he gets this strategy right. Border Bold coming into the pits after getting a pit stop, a time penalty, and go on to soft tyres. He'll probably be doing a 2-stop. JDM staying behind the safety car, leading this race still. Owen is down in P3 now. Archie overtook him. I don't know when he managed to, but he overtook him. Great overtake from Owen, though. Still, even though he's P3, he started P5, so that was great to see from him. Sliding up the inside of Jacobo and Archie as they were battling it out. People having to warm up their tyres, everyone weaving about here. Nice to see JDM though, still leading this race. Obviously because of the safety car, but can we? I still want to talk about his lap though, going 3 tenths faster than Jacobo. Jacobo is a great driver as well. You got to bear in mind, 3 tenths faster than him, and just dominating from the start of this race. Got a great start. Jacobo looked like he lost it a little bit. Archie trying to go around the outside into turn one. Didn't manage to get it there. Managed to get it up into on the next corner. But Owen, like I said before, lovely to just pick at the time when Archie and Jacobo were battling it out. And managed to slip up the inside and get that P2. Unfortunately, he's down in P3 now. A little bit far off where he should be, to be honest. I think he could get that podium still. I think he really could be in contention for that podium, unless things go wrong for him or he makes a mistake. D-Block still hasn't pitted. Oh, Alex getting up, and Lennon getting penalised there for crashing under the safety car. Quite considerable. I keep saying considerable. Quite stupid to do that, to be honest. Maybe someone brake tested someone, which ended up in the test, and Wackney's also being given. And Owen. Oh, that I was saying a mistake about him happening, and he's given himself a penalty here. Really shouldn't. And there's so many people getting themselves penalties here. I don't know what people are doing here. I think people are bunching up a little bit too much and should be spreading out a bit, which is causing these penalties. Maybe stewards have to talk about that later on. A lot of people then. Owen with a 5-second penalty. Wackney with a 5-second penalty. D-Block still with that 5-second penalty when he should have served it when the safety car was called. There's a yellow flag during the safety car. What's happened here then? And Lennon has spun around. Oh no, but there's a yellow flag in sector 2. I don't know if that's just because he's in between there. He's still stopped. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if his game is broken. There we go. He gets his spun back round. He's going to be quite far off. AKL get a 3-second penalty. Or track limits violation. And Bold getting a 3-second time penalty. Or track limit violation as well. But here we go. Back under racing as JDM tries to swerve around to stop Archie getting that slipstream on him. We go into turn one. Archie right on him now, seeing if he can get him. He's actually. I was saying he's right on him. Looked like he was. He's 5 tenths back. Owen Grover now under pressure from Wackney. He's been a yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know what's happened. I don't know who that is, but it looks like Wackney wants to overtake Owen, but he's lost it a little bit now, and he looks like he's under pressure from Dark Inferno now. See if Dark Inferno can overtake him. Remember, Wackney has got a penalty to his name, 5-second penalty, so that's going to affect him at the end of the race. Well, he's not, because he's going to actually have to pit and serve that penalty. Lennon pitting, he's 40 seconds back. That's a shame for him. And he's cut the corner a little bit there. He's going to get warnings definitely for that. Wackney looks like he's wanting to go after Owen. This could be a 3-way fight for podium positions. Owen's going to want to be careful with that penalty that he has got. JDM though dominating here. He's still got people on him though. as people coming out the pits. I think that's D-Block or someone. Lennon getting a 3-second time penalty. Owen having to overtake Lennon after he's being lapped. 7 laps in. It's quite sad to be lapped 7 laps in. No offense to Lennon, but he has had a few incidents here. Wackney's already overtaken Dark Inferno. No, he hasn't. That is my brain playing tricks on me. Dark Inferno is having to overtake Lennon as if it's an actual overtake, which is quite stupid. I don't know what Lennon's doing there. But we've got Wackney wanting to chase down Owen here. He's 6 tenths back as Wackney gets Alex Assassin gets a penalty there. Someone's going on here where there's a yellow flag somewhere. I don't know what that's for. As Owen's trying to go as fast as he can, trying to get away from Archie. As he, to be fair, he is doing. D-Block joining back. I don't know what's going on with him. Looks like his game is playing games on him. Go with Wackney. Dark Inferno nowhere near him now. And Dark Inferno is going quite over. We got a yellow flag sector 3. Oh, it's Ando AMG who spun round and he's got wing damage here. And he's being lapped there, I think, by D-Block. I don't know if D-Block is... No, he's not. And he's off the track again. This is poor from Ando here. Terrible from him. But look at this. JDM being pestered by Archie here. This looks like a two-way fight between P1 and a two-way fight between the podium places. But we go back here as Archie's wanting to chase down JDM. Ando AMG given a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Starting to lose it a little bit here, not catching up to him. Wackney not being pestered by Dark Inferno now. I've just noticed. Where's Owen gone? What's happened here? Why is he down on P5? And we've got Buffy and Phil pestering him now. I'm not sure what's happened there. Border Bold giving a 3-second time penalty. Many people getting time penalties, not really knowing how to play the rules here, as he goes for a move in a place you don't normally get. I've just noticed that Owen actually has damage to his wing, and that's so unfortunate for him, as he's a person that was really in contention for podium places here. As I said earlier, is unfortunately going to have to replace his wing. Quite a shame. But Archie right on JDM now, right behind him. X-Ray getting a 3-second time penalty for track violation. As he's trying to push. JDM nor Archie have time penalties here, so they don't have to worry about any of that right now anyway. And both of them still going. JDM is meant to pit by now, but he's still going strong. The pit expectancy for one stop was a 8 to 11 laps, so we could be seeing JDM's pin around 11 laps then. Archie trying to catch up to JDM, and if he can close up to him a bit, he could be seeing an overtake on the start finish straight with that DRS activated. Just be careful though, because he might not get DRS. He does get DRS. He was quite close to not getting it, as he gets it now, and JDM probably is too far ahead of him. He won't be able to get him here, as JDM actually moved out of the way for the slipstream. But if he can get fast out of here and get DRS now, probably I don't think he'll be able to catch him here either. I think JDM has got it sorted here, to be fair to him. We go down. Dark Inferno hitting now. So is Border Bold. He's going to come into the pits, see what he can do, get a fast pit stop. Neto comes out a little bit later. Many people with penalties here. Owen Grover down in 13th place. He's on hard tyres. Pit windows open now for them medium tyres to come on. Whether JDM will opt for that, I'm not sure. Whether he'll probably want to go for a one-stop if he's in a fight with Archie. Wackney given a 3-second time penalty for track violation. Track limits violation. There's actually a little fight going on there. Or is it? Jacobo wanting to overtake Bufferino Phil here. Will he be able to get him on the straight? Unfortunately for Jacobo, he was second place and now he's down in 5th as he will overtake a couple of people who is coming into the pits. This is perfect for Jacobo and his strategy may be playing well here. Pitting earlier with that safety car and he could be getting some positions up here. He was down bottom and now he's 4th place, to be fair to him. Wackney now next on the list for Jacobo. So he has got a penalty and Archie's got a penalty now as he's pestering right on the back of on JDM. He's right behind him here, cutting the corner a little bit there, but JDM does not have a penalty to worry about. Jacobo losing a lot of time to Wackney. We go back down to this fight here. If Archie can get a good exit out of this corner, he could be getting DRS and overtaking him. We ride on board with him, he's too far back. I don't think he'll be able to get JDM on this straight here as they both come into the pits actually, both at the exact same time. Coming to the pits, Jacobo means he's going to take the lead of this race, which is brilliant for Jacobo. Did not think I'd be seeing this. He takes the lead of this race. JDM and Archie on medium tyres. I'm not sure if that will get them to the end of the race. We'll see. I think it will. Isn't to see, but AKL in P2 now. He's gonna have to pit soon. So is Alex, but JDM right behind Alex now. We could be seeing an overtake here as he's on brand spanking new mediums. Archie not too far behind though, but JDM could be held up a little bit with this dirty air. He is most definitely the fastest man around here though, so we'll probably be able to get this overtake maybe even before that fast chicane. If he can get a move on in this fast chicane, I will be very impressed. He doesn't go for it though. You'll probably get him here though with the DRS. Alex, there's no point in putting a defense up. And he goes past him up into P3. Lennon gets a 3-second time penalty. Everyone really seems to be struggling with track limits around here. Second time penalty for border bowl those track limits. Just realised JDM's got a 3-second time penalty as well. Only people without those time penalties is Jacobo, who really needs it as he's top, and once he's going to want to keep that clean. David has not got one, so neither is Bufferino. Callum YT now wanted to go. There's a yellow flag sector 1. I don't know who for. It looks like it's Dark Inferno. No, it's not. I'm not sure what that was for though, but Callum right on David now. Could be overtaking him soon as Bufferino has got two laps in him on his hard tyre, so he's going to be wanting to catch up to his teammate here. But Callum, not too young tyres, and he's going to be wanting to overtake David, but he can't get up to him. A little bit deep in that corner and completely loses all the momentum that he had. Here's Jacobo now leading this race on those hard tyres. Insane to see. And he doesn't need to stop, I don't think. JDM says the fastest lap time of the race, as he's going to be wanting to push hard here on board with Archie Goodlife now. Trying to catch up to JDM, but he's probably going to get caught in the dirty air now. Isn't going to help him. Right on him here though, and before the fast chicane, if he can get a good corner in the fast chicane, he could easily catch up to JDM. He's got DRS, he's right on him. JDM maybe have had a couple of poor corners, and he's right on him now. If he can keep this distance up until the thing, but there's someone got a yellow flag out. It is Owen. And Owen is out of the race. Owen Grover out of the race in the middle of the track. Oh, it's going to be dangerous. Go back to Archie's fight though with JDM, as he sets the fastest time now. We could be seeing him overtaking in JDM on this straight here. Could he dive it up the inside here? He looks like he's going to look for it. I don't think he's going to be too close to him though. Which is quite a shame. We want to see racing between these two. JDM catching up to AKL though, which AKL could hold up JDM, and maybe Archie could pounce on him. You go to the place where Owen actually DNF'd. I'm going. He's gonna have DRS. He's very low on ERS. He hasn't got too much ERS to play around with. 3%, really not what you want, but he gains a lot in that braking zone. JDM goes for the overtake on AKL. He gets it done. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. And, oh, Archie's holding up AKL, which is really exactly what Archie would not want. And he gets loose, or gets it all wrong on that corner. And that's such a shame for Archie. He's about 2 seconds behind JDM now. And it's exactly what JDM would have wanted. And that's such a shame for them two. But here we go now. We've actually got Wackney chasing down Bufferino Phil. But Bufferino Phil brilliantly not actually getting any penalties after a lot of people getting penalties in this race. As always, going a little bit slowly there, Bufferino. A bit weird. Wackney's on those medium tyres as he goes a little bit wide there. Trying to chase down Bufferino here. AKL is actually kind of trying to keep up with Archie. I think actually Archie overtook AKL there, so that's probably something that's not going to end up anything's actually going to end up happening there. We've got Alex here. I'm in 7th for some reason. It's a little bit deep, which means Bufferino gets a great run on him. Could he overtake him up in the next corner here? Gets a good slipstream. Alex does everything he can, but Bufferino overtakes him. Locks up a little bit in the process, but gets it done. But Alex comes back on him, and he classed a little bit there. Alex switches on him, tries to get up into this corner. Probably not a place you can overtake on though. And Alex comes into the pits anyway, so he will overtake him. And we've got Wackney right behind him now. Is he going to be able to get a move on here? He probably will, using all the ERS he can. Not much of it though. DRS activated. Probably not be able to get it done. But on this goal, Bufferino gets it all sorts of wrong. and that means Wackney is going to get a good run on him. Can he overtake him into this next corner? He hasn't done it just yet. He's going to go for the outside here. No, he doesn't. Bufferino does well to defend. Fair enough to Bufferino. He's done well. Yellow flag, sector 3. Don't know who that's for, though. Can't find who it is for. As we go back to this fight with Wackney and Bufferino. Sorry for going away from it a bit. We've got JDM still on the charge against Jacobo, wanting to overtake him. Has to lap a car first, though. But we go back to this fight here. As he's right on him. If he can get good exit out of the fast chicane, he's going to be able to probably get him on the next corner. With DRS activated as well. Brakes earlier, manages to get... To be honest, he does get a better exit than him. He's going faster than him. DRS is activated. He's trying to use all the DRS he can. Doesn't find a way to move past him, though. Bufferino clipping the gas there. Maybe he's sitting, feeling a bit of pressure there. JDM now within 9.3 seconds. Going up to 9.2 seconds of Jacobo. Clearly much faster than his new tyres. And you've got Bufferino Phil now. Really under pressure from Wackney here. I don't think he's going to be able to get the move done into turn 1. But if he can keep it clean, no, he doesn't. A little bit too deep. But Bufferino clipping the gas there. And I don't think Wackney's going to be able to get into this next corner. This is just a constant fight here. But he's right on him. He's right on his tail. Going back news here. JDM is 8.9 seconds within Jacobo. He's really catching up with him. And I think... he will be get it. Unfortunately, Jacobo, after being so consistent, gets his first penalty of the race. We'll probably be seeing, but Bufferino Phil goes in to the gravel. I don't think it was him there. Someone was in the gravel there. I don't know who was in the gravel. That is really strange to see. Was it Ando? No, it wasn't. I'm not sure who that was. But we've got a battle going on down here now. With Callum and thing, but I think Wackney was in the gravel actually. I don't know. That's really confused me. I'm not sure who did what there. I saw someone in the gravel. Maybe the game's glitching out and doing me stupid. AKL 7th place, same over the grid with his teammate Border, and he's on soft tires. We could see a charge from him later on in the race. Not too far behind David as well. X-Wing gets another 3-second time penalty. And it looks like Wackney's lost it a little bit. The Bufferino Phil. He's about a second behind him now. And you can see here, Jacobo's tyres starting to tire out now. 16 laps he's been on those tyres. And you can see, can't actually see that much grain in them yet. As Jacobo's about to lap D-block in 14th. Nicely done for him. Here's JDM. 8 seconds now. Really coming after him. He's got 11 laps to catch up to him, and to be honest, I think we probably will be able to see him. They're basically on the same straight here, so we could be seeing an overtake on JDM on Jacobo, which is amazing from Jacobo. JDM to overtake him and put a charge on, to be honest. Well, fair play from him, but he doesn't look like he's gaining too much now. Quite strange. Bufferino now, the only person not to get a penalty. Yellow flag sector 2. I'm trying to look for that's for. That's for Ando, and he decides to retire from the session, which means he will not carry on from here. Got Border Bold there. I think he's picked for new tires. Got AKL catching up to David a little bit. We've got Wackney here, still trying to get Bufferino Phil, but still not able to get there. We got to remember, David's the only person except from D-Block on track to not have a 3-second time penalty. Not have a penalty for that matter, because a lot of people have got quite a few penalties. In fact, we're going to go through everyone's penalties. So Jacobo there on 3 seconds, JDM on 5 seconds, which is insane. He's going to have to catch up to Jacobo and then and then get a 5-second gap to him, so he can't do it on the last lap. Got Buffino Phil with no penalties. Wackney, 6-second time penalty. David behind him gets 3 seconds. Got AKA on 6. Dark Inferno on 6. Callum on 3. Alex on 16 seconds. X-Rain on 9 seconds. Border Bold on 15. D-Block with nothing. And Lennon with 14 seconds. Means he's actually going to move up to 12th place if he keeps what he's at right now. Got Lennon in the pits there. Going on to soft tyres. There's another yellow flag in Sector 3. And it's AKL. Oh, that's a shame for him. He's going to be really wanting to do something with those new soft tyres. And spinning out is not what you want to do. The JDM, I thought he's going to be catching up more. He's not being able to catch up to Jacobo here. If Jacobo keeps him with 2 seconds of JDM, JDM will be going down to 3rd place and Archie will get in that 2nd place. If Archie can do anything about that. A little bit of an overtake here. AKL overtaking Dark Inferno. Nice move around the outside for him. Wackney just still within 7/10 of Buffino Phil. A little bit wide there. And Buffino Phil finally, after being so consistent, has unfortunately received the time penalty. Means he means every racer except from D-Block has a time penalty. Maybe we'll be talking about removing that strict corner stringency in the next race. Because it really seems to be affecting people, and if everyone's getting time penalties, there's no point because it ruins the racing then. JDM still not able to get too close to Jacobo, and we've got 8 laps left. So this could be disappointing for JDM. I really thought he could win this race, but Jacobo, just brilliant driving from him, to be honest. 19 laps he's done on those hard tyres. 19 laps, can't even see that much grain in them, and he's clearly using a lot of overtake to just try and get away from. Oh no! And D-Block, after trying so hard, has unfortunately got his penalty, and everyone now has a penalty, and that's just a shame. I think we definitely will have talks about removing that corner stringency, because if it's everyone getting penalties, then it's clearly affecting the way the racing is going. We got Archie Goodlife here, unfortunately not getting close to that 2-second gap that he needs to JDM, but JDM still hasn't broken that 6-second barrier yet. He was going much faster than Jacobo, but just not able to do so. And Jacobo just with a brilliant drive, very good drive. Tyres not even that worn, and he's had 20 laps with them. There's another second. There's another yellow flag. Virtual safety car gets called out. Doesn't really mean much, and that means JDM really slowing down a lot there. Quite weird to see that. But Lennon has retired from the session, so unfortunately we've lost Lennon, Ando, and Owen Grove. And if you've just joined us, we got Jacobo in P1, JDM down in P2, Archie P3, and they're the people that are battling out. Ando has left the session. D-Block drive-through penalty after being so consistent with his without penalties. Unfortunately, got a penalty here, and there's so many penalties going on for everyone, and I don't even know what the final result will be here. Wackney finally overtakes Buffino Phil, but Buffino Phil has gone onto soft tyres under that virtual safety car, not losing too many positions, and well, the virtual safety car is now gone, and that means Buffino Phil will probably get a charge on with these new softs. Only 7 laps left though, and we'll see what he can do. But not being funny, I'm not sure if he can do too much, to be honest, with not that many laps to go. But then again, he's 5 seconds with his teammate. He could definitely overtake his teammate. Whether he'll be able to get Wackney, I'm not sure if he can do that. Jacobo has now lost a lot of time to JDM. JDM's broken that 6-second barrier. It's now gone into a 5-second barrier now. Great from him to see. P2. And he's doing well, but it looks like he's going to go back down to 6 seconds. If Jacobo can win this race, then well done to him. Archie gets that 6 second penalties to his name, which unfortunately means that he is not going to be able to have any advantage to JDM. JDM looks like he's just taking it a bit smoothly, trying his best to keep it smooth as he can. Archie probably won't be able to do much now, and JDM's going to have to gain a lot of time here with 6 laps left of this race. He's going to have to do a lot, as Jacobo just dominating this race, to be honest, for the whole race. He's still not even broke that 4-second barrier. Just incredible. If Jacobo really does win this race, he deserves a massive round of applause. If you know, last race he had a he had a crash, but he ended up getting a little bit of time. And I think he got P2 in the end. So Jacobo, obviously a very good driver, and clearly showing what he's got here. JDM, amazing driver as well. And to be honest, we could be seeing a JDM and a Jacobo battle in the championship, and we'll see how they do that. D-Block given a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags, and we've got yellow flag sector 3 now. I'm going to look for where they are. Don't know where they are. I think it's been cleared now. Anyway, JDM's getting with that 4-second barrier, but he's going to have to he's going to have to gain 5 seconds. He's going to have to gain second every lap. Buffalo Phil has overtaken his teammate now, and he gets fastest lap. Will he be able to overtake Wackney? He has to gain 21 seconds, which means with 5 laps, he's going to have to gain about 5 seconds every lap. So, I'm not sure if that's possible. But we'll see, because Buffalo has been very consistent, to be fair. He got unlucky to get the penalty. And D-Block's pitting now. He's a 1 minute off border bold. Quite insane how far he's off. And I genuinely don't think JDM's going to be able to do it. I don't think JDM's got it. I think Jacobo is going to win this race. Although, I may be speaking a little bit too early. Unfortunately, I hope Jacobo does not make any mistakes here. But I'm rooting for him, man. He's done well all race. He's done this comeback race twice now. And JDM, he's gonna have to gain about 2 seconds a lap here. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to do this. And Archie given a 3-second time penalty again. And we'll just go through the time penalties again, because there's so many people here. We got Jacobo with a 5-second penalty, JDM with a 5-second penalty. Sorry, Jacobo's got 3 seconds, JDM with 5, Archie with that 9-second penalty. He has an advantage to JDM, lost that now. There's a yellow flag sector 3. Go through and find out where that is. That is a yellow flag for an AlphaTauri or someone. It's been cleared now. Anyway, Archie with that 9-second penalty. Wackney on 9. Buffalo Phil 3 seconds. David sit on 3 seconds. AKL on 9 seconds. Dark Inferno coming to the pits for the 9-second penalty. He'll be going down to a 4-second penalty with that. We've got Callum on a 6 seconds. Alex on 19. X-Ray 12. Border 21 seconds, and D-Block, after going so well in this race without a penalty, gets an 11-second penalty. Here we go with Jacobo. Coming around the final corner and going on to the 27th lap. JDM's closing up to him. He really is closing up to him, but I'm not sure if he can do enough. I don't think he can do enough at all. I generally think Jacobo has done a lot, and we'll go through how the race has gone. So Jacobo gained 1 position, but really he's gained about 14 positions in this race after being last and then pitting again. We've got Archie has just stayed 3rd place. He was 2nd briefly, but then JDM overtook him, and Jacobo did. Wackney P8. Well, he gained 8 positions, but he's 8th place now. He started 14th place near the back, and he's managed to get to P4. Great from him. Buffalo Phil getting 4 positions, and David getting David getting first at 1 position. Sorry, great race for the Alfa Romeos, both on the same row of the grid. P5, 6. It's amazing for them. Amazing achievement. AKL only on merely 1 position change, and we've got Callum with a 2 position change. Alex losing 3 positions. A shame for him. X-Ray gaining 3. Border gaining 3. Dark Inferno losing 1, D-Block gaining 2, and Lennon although he's out of this race, he's gained 2 positions from when he started. Kind of insane. But JDM starting to put a push on now. He can see Jacobo now. He's got a car in between them two, and he's going to get a little bit of a slipstream, just a little slipstream off that racing point now. He's within 3 seconds. If he can put a charge on, he's going to have to gain 1.5 seconds each lap here for the rest of the race. Is he going to be able to do it? I'm not sure, but we'll see. Yellow flag sector 1. I don't know who that's for. It's Jacobo! Oh no! Oh, that's such a shame. And that's the commentator's curse, I think. Oh, after such a good race. He's done so well. And Jacobo loses it towards the end. He was so consistent. And oh, that is... Oh, I felt that on my heart. That was so sad. Jacobo unfortunately losing out. Going back down to P3. That is such a shame for him. Archie, great for him and great for JDM. In my opinion, JDM's been the best racer in this whole race. Although Jacobo's been very consistent, he has not been as good as JDM. And it's very unfortunate for Jacobo. And I thought we would be seeing JDM trying to catch up to him. But unfortunately, it's ended up in the worst way possible. As always, Formula 1, it's cool to you. And ended up in Jacobo losing that lead after doing so well. And to be honest, if I was him, I'd pit now. I'd generally pit and see if he can get a faster slap to try gain a point. But you know, whatever him and his engineer have got to say, that's what they're gonna do. But Archie gaining on JDM group, I don't think he'll be able to do anything. Even if he overtakes him, penalties will put him behind. And like I said earlier, I think penalties are going to have to be decided, and what corner cutting we're going to have to use, because it's kind of ruined this race a bit, as every single person, even the people at DNF, have had a penalty, which is quite a shame. And just ruins the racing, because even if you overtake, you're going to lose out anyway with that penalty, unless it's not too severe. But JDM only has a couple of corners to go now. Halfway through the track, and he's halfway of the track to victory here. It's been a bit of an intense race for him, having to push as hard as he can to catch up to Jacobo. Couldn't really do it. Jacobo was very consistent, but unfortunately, Jacobo losing it out, as life always goes. That's not Jacobo losing it again. It's not. It's a racing point there, and AlphaTauri going off. But we don't need to worry about them right now, because Red Bull driver JDM weaves around and crosses the line to win the race. Archie comes second. Jacobo, so unfortunate, should have won the race today, becomes P3. There's the podium rounded off, and we can see just a great race for JDM. Unfortunate for Jacobo, but Archie will actually lose that position, and Jacobo will gain it back. So the way the race started is the way the race will end. Wackney, bit far back, but he's going to cross the line, get P4. Will Buffy and Phil get him on the penalties though? No, he won't. David P6 now, as he's coming on the final corner, and he's way far ahead of AKL. He probably won't have to do anything, as penalties won't really affect of how far he's. Great race for Alfa Romeo. Great race for everyone here, to be honest, and fair play to all of them. Got AKL here coming around the corner. He gets a P7. P8 goes to Callum at P9 now with Alex Assassin, and I'm not sure if he'll keep that because he's got major penalties, and X-Flame could probably overtake him here, and Alex gets a 5-second penalty. Again, an unserved penalty. X-Flame's going to cross the line, and he'll get P10. He'll probably get... I don't know how he's not got P9 there, but JDM winning this race. An insane way to win the race. But what a race we've had here today. It's been filled with drama. Wackney gets a P4 and gets the driver of the day for doing so. To be fair to him, he did start P14. And, well, there you go. There is the race. Done and dusted. I say he started P14. I've just realised he actually started P12. But whatever, I don't care. Great race. Giacobo, so unfortunate. Was so close to getting that P1. Lost it out, but at least he gets that P2. At least it's not too much salt in the wounds. But there you go. There's the race results for you. I can scroll down and see the whole thing. I hope everyone has enjoyed this race, as I certainly have. And that has been it for me, Gears. I hope everyone has enjoyed. Congratulations to the top